Hello once again, this is the Vikstrand, standing outside one of Sweden's most beautiful castles. And castles, that got me thinking. Let's talk about Highlander. And let's definitely not talk about the movie that does not exist, Highlander 2. It does not exist. Why do you keep insisting that it exists? It does not. This movie, which we're going to talk about today, is of course Highlander 3. The movie that is set in 1994, before the movie that does not exist. So don't ever attempt to tell me that Highlander 2 does exist, because it doesn't. There can only be one again. So Christopher Lambert has to duke it out with some other evildoers once again. In this case, he's called Kane. That's gonna be Kane! Played by Mario Van Peebles, who bears maybe the single least threatening name of all time. But his Kane, to his credit, is a bawling rage of anger and brute force, and does make for a compelling evil character. The story is kind of crap, pretty uninteresting. It's just a showdown between two men, which you know is going to come in the last section of the movie, and this story also takes sort of a backseat to extended flashbacks, where we get to see more of the legend of the Highlander, which is actually more interesting than the movie we're watching, which isn't exactly trying to boost up this movie. This movie is filled with hokey dialogue, pretty bad special effects, not bad in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation sort of way, more of the Mortal Kombat standard. The movie has some okay fight sequences, and some of the action sequences are impressive, but overall it has aged pretty terrible, and there is no Sean Connery here, so we cannot rely on him, and we doesn't even have Michael Ironside in that movie that doesn't exist. And so what else can you say about it? It's an okay action adventure movie that it has some great moments, especially when involving absolute legend of the Japanese filmmaking industry, Mako. The biggest problem, however, with these Highlander sequels is the fact that they chip away more and more of the legend that was the movie Highlander. You should never watch any Highlander movie beyond the first Highlander, because it just eats away of your experience. Should you just see one, maybe this one, and only this one. This is not a good movie in any sense. It's a pretty lame movie, especially that god-awful ending, which is a straight rip-off of Terminator 2. But Deborah Unger has some lackluster lines, and Christopher Lambert still tries to sound like the male version of Jennifer Tilly, which is always a good thing. Thank you for that one. But while slightly entertaining, this movie has very, very little to offer you beyond some interesting flashbacks and some okay sword fights. This movie gets the rating of 32, and while it retains some hokey charm over it, this is still a bad movie with bad acting and pretty lame story and unnecessarily long flashbacks, and it is also a bit 90s damage in a sense that it looks kind of ugly. Let's see where we pop up the next time. The Vikstrand is signing out.